voting in favour of this motion today, the Legislative Council would make history by becoming the first chamber in Australia to replace prayers with more secular and inclusive practices, and practices that reflect the diversity of modern Tasmania. Mr President, the case for change is clear. The Tasmanian community is rich in diversity. We are made up of people from all kinds of faith backgrounds and people who hold non-religious worldviews. Results from the 2021 ABS census show clearly that the Tasmanian community is rapidly changing. While the majority of Tasmanians may have identified as Christian a number of decades ago, the largest section of our society, over 50%, now identify as having no religious affiliation. Our Parliament is our state's primary institution of democracy. It should be a place where all feel welcome, where difference and diversity are respected and celebrated, and where people feel treated as equals with respect and dignity. All Tasmanians, whether they be elected representatives, staff of the Parliament, members of the press or members of the public, should feel welcome here. Yet, Mr President, I believe that the practice commencing proceedings each day by reciting Judeo-Christian prayers may actually do the opposite. By having a favoured religion and by asking all in attendance to observe the worship rituals of that particular faith, the Parliament sends a poor signal to everyone else in society. They are excluded and less worthy. While it may be appropriate to recite prayers at the start of working day in a religious institution, our Parliament is not a religious institution. Where else in Tasmania are people asked to start their working day by observing prayers? One of our fundamental rights each of us have is the freedom to choose a religion or not to have a religion. Similarly, each of us have the fundamental right to not have tenets of religions imposed upon us. This is the crucial ethical part of religious freedoms that must be balanced with secular rights. If politicians and parliaments genuinely believe in freedom of religion, then they must also allow others the right to freedom from religion. And surely, elected representatives in Parliament should have the right to go about their work and to participate in Parliament without having to observe acts of religious worship.